In this video, we'll be walking you through the steps to open and use Neurotracker. Neurotracker is a cognitive training software that uses three-dimensional multiple object tracking to exercise your brain with the goal of improving your cognitive functions. Neurotracker has been widely used by professional athletes, military personnel, and has been more recently studied as a potential therapeutic intervention for people with brain injuries. Our research has found 5 weeks of Neurotracker training twice a week can reduce brain injury-related symptoms and improve performance on cognitive assessments of memory, attention, and processing speeds. Now let's get into showing you how to open and use Neurotracker. In the top left-hand corner of my screen, I've added a clip of the Neurotracker app icon to help you find it. The app may be on your desktop already, but if you can't find it and you happen to use an Apple computer, you can locate it using the Launchpad. If you don't see the app, go ahead and use the search function at the top, type in Neurotracker, and once it pops up, double-click it to open the app. If you've already logged into Neurotracker before, please type in the same login as previously used. But if this is your first time using Neurotracker, then please type in the login information that was provided to you. If you don't believe you have this information, please check the email containing the link you used to download the application. Otherwise, if you're still having difficulties, you can contact the research team for further help. Once you've logged in, Neurotracker will ask you to accept its terms and conditions. Once you click the I accept button at the bottom, you are successfully logged into Neurotracker. On your first login to Neurotracker, you will receive the same prompts as you will see on the screen right now, but in future they won't appear. I've skipped the dashboard tutorial by clicking the X in the top right-hand corner of the pop-up window, but if you'd like to be taken on a tour of the program, click Next and continue to follow its prompts. There are a couple of important things to point out on the dashboard, which we'll go through right now. The first is at the top of the screen where it says Phase 1. This bar shows you visually where you are in the program. You can think of it as a timeline, and as you complete sessions, the bar will fill up. A phase contains 3 sessions, and each session will contain 20 trials. Each time you come into Neurotracker and hit the start button and do the trials, that's 1 session. You should complete 2 phases per week, which equals to 6 sessions total, where you complete 3 sessions on one day and 3 sessions on another. The second thing I'd like to point out is the Start Exercise button in the top right-hand corner of the dashboard. Each session takes about 6 to 8 minutes to complete, and once you've completed your session, you'll return to the dashboard. You'll need to press the button 3 times each day to complete the total training, and you're welcome to take short breaks in between sessions. We recommend about 10 minutes at maximum. To start a new session, press the button and follow the prompts. The first time you do this, a window will pop up asking if you'd like to do a tutorial on how to train. If this is your first time using Neurotracker or you'd like a refresh, hit Yes, I do, and we will go through it together. The first window that pops up provides you with the setup details you will use each time that you do a Neurotracker session. This window then confirms the settings for the 3D glasses used in the training. Please press 3D red-blue glasses, and then Next. Now that the settings are ready to go, let's see what that will look like for you. Once you've sat down, you can adjust the height of your screen so that the center of the screen is at eye level. Then make sure the distance of your head to the screen is the same as the width of the screen. Once that's set up, you can put on the 3D glasses provided by the research team and you're ready to start your session. Go ahead and click Next. The session follows the same 3 steps over the course of 20 trials: target, track, and identify. Let's give it a try. Click Proceed to demo. Once the countdown begins, then your trial has begun. First, the targets will glow, then the glowing will disappear and the objects will move around each other, then they will stop moving and become numbered. In a real trial, you would then identify the initial targets by clicking on them or typing the numbers, but in this tutorial, it will ask if you'd like to go through it again or continue to a full session. We'd like to highlight that our goal for participants is not to be perfect during these sessions, but rather to be consistent. Before we continue, it's important to mention that at some point while using Neurotracker, it's likely to ask for the permission to access your microphone in your computer. Please choose Do Not Allow, because when allowed, the application will take in any voice it hears as a command. Each time you start a new session, this will be the first screen that you're brought to. Please click the Start button once you are set up and ready to begin. The software will then load the session and do the same countdown as in the tutorial. On the screen right now, you can see a brief clip of one of our research assistants getting started with her first session. After your selection, you'll notice the Neurotracker balls will pop out on the screen to indicate which ones were correct, while leaving your selection choices glowing so that you can tell which you correctly identified. Once the session is complete, Neurotracker will load up a post-session screen to summarize your score, achievements, and a helpful tip. If you'd like to review your detailed statistics from the session, you can click on Detailed Stats. Otherwise, you can click on Return to Dashboard. After your first session, you'll receive an encouraging window pop up to congratulate you, which you can dismiss by hitting the Close button. You can now see your dashboard has updated to reflect your completed session. In your tracking bar at the top, you'll see 33% completed because you have a total of 3 sessions to complete in each phase or day. When you're ready to go ahead and click the Start Exercise button again to complete the next 2 sessions for your phase.